Um, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm gonna wait a few minutes for people to come in. Want to say a little bit of a message before we start reading today. So I'm gonna wait for people to come in. Shalom. It's good to be here. Thank you for stopping by, sister. Thank you for joining me. Got a nice day today. 55 degrees, which is unheard of during this time of year in NYC. Should be like 30 something degrees right now. It's real nice. I like it. So guys, as you guys saw in my community post, I'm more relaxed now. But what was said yesterday really crossed the line with me. But you know what? We're not even gonna focus on that because the scripture says, "Don't worry about how the wicked will be punished. Worry about how the righteous will be saved." So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit before we continue reading what we were reading last week. Beautiful outside. I live in New Jersey. It's nice out. That's great. That's great. Shalom. Hey, shalom, brother. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, I'll start in a few minutes. I got music, but I just don't feel like playing it right now. Probably play it after, if I even want to. Really enjoying the birds and how silent it is. Blizzard up here in Quebec. Oh man. Well, it is Quebec, so that don't really surprise me. Yeah, it's real slushy up here right now. But yeah, guys, like stuff like that, it really does it does bother me because I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated that it continues. And in my mind, I'm just like, wow, like when is this gonna get checked? Right? But funny enough, I actually got some advice, not from any particular person, but it happened when I was watching that movie. I was watching the Lord of the Rings series again with my sister, just so, she hadn't seen it before. And there's a lot of, good stuff in it and stuff. And one line that they said in the movie, Frodo, he was talking about how Gollum should just like die already. And Gandalf, he said some words of wisdom, like don't be so quick to be judge and executioner. Everyone plays their part. Even wickedness plays their part. And sometimes wickedness can move righteousness further along. And I thought about that, and I was just like, you know what? That's fine. You can just be, he or anyone else, they're just really used to store things for the righteous, right? That's what it says in the Bible. I think it says it in Proverbs, I believe. When the wicked, they rob, steal, and do all these evil things that they're doing, all they're doing is storing things up for the righteous. So I try to see it in that way. And, I calmed down. I was like, you know what, whatever. But today, we're going to give some honor to Tony. Right here, let me show you, because it just came yesterday, man. And this has so much power. My birch wand. Bro, this thing is crazy. I can't even touch it for that long. Like, I don't know, man. I hope this is not like it's not a placebo, bro. That's like, I shouldn't even think that. Bro, this thing is crazy. This thing is really, really crazy. And you know, you could use a tree or a branch, anything of the sort, right? You don't have to pay for a wand. The only reason why I did is, one, I don't know the trees and how to differentiate them, right? Different trees have different usages. And two, there is some sort of a geometry that's involved when constructing this instrument, right? There is something involved when doing it. It's not literally only getting a stick. However, you still can just use a stick. It'll have the same effect, but the potency might be different, that type of thing. I also need to add like a crystal on top of it, but I have to figure how I want to do it. Might tie a string around it. I don't want to use no metal or anything like that, so that's pretty much what my next goal is. But even by itself, man, I could feel it. Like, I started off, I don't want to say it with it was, you know, those words, abra, you know, cadabra. I'm saying it like that because when I said it with this in my hand, it was just like, whoa, like it was like a center stage, like a microphone just was pushed in front of my mouth, and I was just like, yo, what the hell? Like, I hope not. Yo, people gonna think I'm crazy, bro, but I'm dead serious. I said those words, and then afterward I said, as I speak, I create. Man, it felt different, bro. It really did. It felt different. Shabbat shalom, beloved family worldwide. May the Most High Nook said, peace be with you all this day. Thank you for stopping by, bro. As always, that wand is powerful, brother. Yes, it is. It really is. It really is. It really is. I don't know who Tony is, but rest in peace. I mean, he was just, you know, just someone on YouTube that Ayul at the very beginning, you know, he was down with. But you know how narcissists are. They only are really down with you when you're being a Shushan kid or a Shushan dude, a yes man. But once you stop doing that, then you're the worst thing in the world. So that's kind of how it was. You know, after, you know, he gave Ayul these major props that he really didn't deserve. You know, Ayul kind of like put him to the side and kind of just used him as that person to vouch for him, like he does for everyone else. But either way, you know, I feel like he had a good heart, man. He had a good heart. His intentions were there. The actions weren't. You know, when things happen to people, I'm not going to, you know, to say, oh, they were such a good person. I don't know him. I don't know. I can only say from what I can see. But it seems like he, you know, his intentions were pure, but they were misplaced, right? He got caught up in Ayul's spell like many people have. Use copper to put your crystal on it. I don't want to use copper because copper is one of the fallen. I know people, they say that, you know, copper is a conductor, and I'm sure it is, you know, but like, oh shit, I'm trying to use a different type of conductor, like one that's made out of something more organic. So that's what I was along the lines of thinking to do. But yeah, you know, but either way, I think that he had good intentions, right? It's real slippery. I keep slipping. So, you know, so when I heard the news, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know why that happened. I'm not going to, like, man, how evil is it to say that this happened because, like, you know what it's like? It's like trying to prove your prophecies correct. Using someone's death to prove your prophecies to be correct. I could have easily said, well, he died because he was following Ayul. I don't know why he passed. And that's so damn rude, bro. Like, man, like, let the man rest in peace, but really rest in love. That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. When you die, everyone finally goes to see the Most High, and they are graced with an extraordinary amount of love, the wicked and the righteous. However, that love is perceived in different ways. If they lived a guilty life, that love is like light, and it's gonna make them feel guilty. Oh my gosh, can I even cross this? It's so sticky out here, man. 1 second, guys. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna cross this. Okay, we're in the clear. So when everyone passes on, they go to see the Most High, and they're graced with his extraordinary amount of love. However, this love is not perceived always as love, because if you lived a guilty life, it will be like a light that's exposing you. Like everything is exposed. You can't keep anything secret. Everything is exposed, and you feel totally exposed. So to the people who lived an honest and righteous life, this will be an incredible feeling to them. But for the wicked, it will be a feeling of doubt, of guilt, that's incomprehensible. So, however, the brother Tony lived, that's the type of experience he's gonna have. Now, that does not mean that he's, doomed if he didn't live, a more righteous life than wicked life. If he repents there, he acknowledges what he did, he can move on and he can, start his next journey. But if not, then that's when people have to come back here and do it again. So I'm not really sure what has happened to him, but if he did live a righteous life, he is in a much, much, much better place. And even so, even if he didn't, he's in a much better place. So that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. I don't weep for the death, bro. I don't. Because they are now with the Most High. That's nothing to be sad about. Not at all. Right? So now that he's there right now, but I wanted to say a prayer for him. I want to say a little prayer for him. I don't do stuff like this on live streams, but this is a special occasion. Bro, what the heck? All right, I gotta tread lightly. Okay. So I want to ask that if he did not do everything that he was supposed to do in this life, that he is able to come back and do it again. But this time, let him come back as a person who completely follows the Most High and what he has to say, and does not follow a man at all. In fact, let him come back as a great leader to his people and to those who might get caught up in cults. Let him be the total opposite of what has happened to him and how he might have fallen. Let him be the total opposite. Let's have a little moment of silence. All praise to the Most High, because no matter what has happened, he is justice and he is merciful. He is merciful. He understands all circumstances. He is not judgmental, and he wants the best for all of his children. So Tony is in good hands. We should not weep for Tony. We should celebrate. Not celebrate, but we shouldn't feel bad for him, pretty much. He's going on a new journey, man. And if he has to come back here, then hey, that's not bad. He can do it over, and he can live a much better life. That's my conch, by the way, if you guys don't know. So, also, I heard that dude Rap the News also passed. He's also in a better place. I'm hoping that when he did pass, that he accepted the Messiah's help, because the Messiah did come to him when he did pass, as he comes to everyone, because he's the one who attempts to guide you to the Most High. It says this in Joseph the Carpenter. He is the one who guides everyone. So everyone who denied him, whether they deny him or not, he still comes to their aid. That is how merciful he is and compassionate he is. No matter how disrespectful some of these brothers are being, he's still going to plead on their behalf and bring them to righteousness, bring them to the Father. But if he didn't accept his help, then I don't know what more to say. So I'm hoping that he was humbled, and if he didn't, or he did not live a life that was good enough or righteous enough to move on to the next stage in the heavens, then let him come back here and let him be a staunch follower of the true King of Israel, the true Messiah. Let him not be plagued by Satan and used as a vessel to lead people astray, and instead let him be used as a person who leads people to the Messiah, rather than this life of leading people away. So I just listen, guys, we have to wish the best for all people. We can't hate on people. We can't be disrespectful in death. We can't be disrespectful in general. You know, we should always be, you know, very respectful. I'm not saying that to be hypocritical as if I'm always respectful. That's not the case. I'm just saying how we should be, right? How we should be, not necessarily how we are, but that's what we should strive for. Let's read some comments. Hello, everybody. Shalom. Thank you for stopping by. Yahshua the Unifier. Shalom, shalom. Aki, first time here. Grateful to be here. Oh, thank you for joining me, bro. Shalom. Shalom. What's going on, bro? I trust and believe that it was just his time to go. It is not always about punishment or transgression. It's about how the Most High wants to use you and how much time he gives to achieve it. That's a great point. And that's also what I thought as well. Like, I don't know why he passed. I don't know. It could be a plethora of different reasons. So it's not good to assume that, well, he passed because, you know, it confirms what I was saying. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I have to almost stop talking about it because I'm going to get annoyed again. And I'm not trying to do that, bro. I'm trying to be in good spirits, bro. You about to talk about the earth again, you know? Much wisdom and understanding. Thank you, bro. Every day I struggle to live, and it's tiring. If something happens to me, I quickly give it to the Most High, and that's how we all should be. In fact, sometimes we are put in those positions so that we do trust on the Father more. Like, the heat is turned up on us so that we are humbled, and we say to ourselves, you know what, I need the Father. I can't do this alone. I need him, right? So that's this. Hey, everything is not always what it seems on the outside. We all have a time to leave this world back to our original home with the Most High and Elder in his righteousness. Indeed, bro. And of course, always with the fire precepts, not really precepts, but the the mention of the precepts. Appreciate you, bro. All praise to the Most High power. Indeed, bro. So after we pass this little family here, we'll get to the book. Just enjoying this real misty day here in Yonkers. Con. Yeah, man. So I'm hoping that those brothers, you know, they're well. I mean, not that I'm hoping that they're well. I know that they're well, but I hope that they made the right decisions now that they have gone back to the Most High. I'm hoping that they have caught up on their repentance. Because yes, it's true that sometimes the Most High gives you an opportunity to repent right then and there. It says that in Second Aki with the story of Laban. You know, Matzah even gave him a chance to repent. Not even, Ayul's not, you know, he's not doomed, right? He's not doomed for damnation. I can't doom anyone for that, you know. It might be hard for him to come back from, but it's still possible. So.
Maddie, honey, get out of the way, please.
Thank you, brother. Of course, bro. I'm just stating the facts. Okay, so let's get to the book we're reading before. I know, guys, I was supposed to make a PDF. I was just really preoccupied this week. But I'll try to do it today. But we are in, let's pull out the book. We are in the Christ Within. As we were last week, we were touching on, the earth, the angel of the earth, and the message that she has for her children. I was watching Big Judah's live stream earlier today, and someone made a comment saying, "Oh, did Yahushua have to use a wand?" And I'm just like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't he? You see, they should have asked me that. I don't view, Yahushua as a demigod. He did not just have powers just to have powers. No, he came in a fleshly body, the same as me and you. The difference was the spirit that he had inside of the body. That is the only difference. But anything he did, we could have did. The thing is that he had the knowledge to do a lot of this stuff, right? When it talks about he could call down angels from heaven, we could do the same thing. We just don't know how to, right? You could almost view him as like a master wizard or like a Gandalf figure or something. Like he just knew how to do everything. But that doesn't mean we can't do it. That was not the point of his walk, The point of his walk was to show us that we could do the same thing. That's why when the Pharisees said to him, "Oh, how dare you call yourself God?" And his response was, "Well, doesn't it say in your scriptures that ye are gods?" That's what it says in the Psalms. So why did he say that? He didn't say it because he's trying to say that he's better than everyone. He's saying it like, you are the same thing I am. I'm not saying anything that you can't be. You just choose not to do it because you're stuck in your dogma. And it's the same thing that we're saying to these people today. They can have these powers if they choose to, instead of, listing them as witchcraft and stuff like that. Our scriptures got infiltrated the same way they got infiltrated today. Not the same way, but in a similar way. The Babylonians infiltrated our scriptures, right? Stuff got lost from dealing with, these different captivities with the Idumeans and stuff like that. Things that they could not do. Things they couldn't do, they just made us not do it. So you have to keep that in mind. Whenever someone asks a question, they should just ask the Most High instead of making others look like they're doing evil. Exactly. And I know that, I know that's why people ask. They're just lazy, bro. They're lazy and scared. That's what it says in the Third Testament. People, they stop growing because out of laziness and or fear. They're either afraid or they're lazy or a mixture of both. And that is the same thing every single time. You are afraid to ask the Most High, or you're too lazy to ask the Most High. And that's why you're asking me. You're asking me to prove all these things because you don't want to ask the Most High. Like everything I do, man, like I ask him. I run it by him. I think about it. And I'm like, damn, like I can't do this alone. Right? And I wait for his answer, but not everyone's like that. They want other people's hard work laid out in front of them, and they'll decide if it's right or wrong without any sort of prayer or anything. Like it's asinine, bro. It's crazy. Elijah did exactly. That's what I was thinking about too. Did Elijah not call fire down from heaven? Elijah did these things too. How did Elijah do it? Was Elijah, was born like half man, half God? Was he Hercules or one of these other Greek gods? Like, no. You see, these people, they wanna say that, we're not in the church anymore, yet they still view, quote unquote, Yahushai as a Greek god, as a demigod, as Hercules or something. Like, that's not who he was. He was a man just like me and you, just a very, very righteous man. You know what I mean? Big Judah brought, oh, sorry, I skipped a one. Totally enjoy your videos on The Lord of the Rings. Thank you, bro. Grateful for the overstanding. Most definitely view the movie with Israelite eyes. Me too. Me too. Me too. Like, I saw that movie before, and I was just there like, man, I don't care about these white people and their fantasies and their movies. But now I'm seeing it from a whole different angle, and I'm like, wow, this stuff's actually really, really interesting. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, just a little side, like someone in high school said this line to me, and it was the nerdiest thing I've ever heard in my life, and it turned me off to Lord of the Rings and the elves and all that other stuff. He said to me, "You're not supposed to be here, little hobbit. Go back to the Shire." And I was just like, oh, that was the lamest thing I have ever heard. The lamest thing, like, man. And but now I'm here. Big Judah brought that out. They are afraid of the whooping, not the Most High. Yeah, that was in the Zohar, right? That they're afraid of men. They're afraid of what man could do, not what the Most High could do, right? And listen, that's not how I'm gonna live. So I still answer these people when they come, to me. I answer them just so they can't have, or they can't say that I didn't, or they didn't have any sort of opportunity to find any direction. I still answer them. I don't go back and forth. I just give them something to go off of. And if they want to go off of what I gave them, then cool. We can have a discussion. But I'm not about to sit here and spoon feed you, and you're going to be a baby pushing the spoon away, talking about, I don't want this food. Like, nah, man. I'm not doing that. Put not your trust in man, for man is a creation of the Most High. Put instead your trust in the Great Spirit, the Most High. Noka said, exactly. Why would you want to trust the man, bro? Like, seriously, like, come on, man. Why? See, this is the problem when you are taught to deify these prophets, and you're taught that they're doing all these things that no one else could do, and they were just chosen to do it. And it's just in their blood or something. Like, no, these were just righteous men. They seeked after the Most High, and they got what they were seeking. The Most High chose them, and they chose themselves, because the Most High calls a lot of people. He chooses a lot of people, but not everyone goes, because it's still a two-way street. You still have to want to be chosen. You still have to put in the effort. All these different people, they put in the effort. But we're not just given powers. That's not what happened. And when you're taught that they were just given these things and they're just, they just have it because they're them, well, that's going to lead you to want to deify a man and to put him over you and to make him and his church your Messiah. And that's not what we're supposed to do. Doesn't make sense to do it, man. I notice people be saying I don't listen to so and so on YouTube because I don't follow man. It's usually because they themselves relied on man too much, and that's their journey. Well, yeah. Like, listen, man. There's a balance point. Like, if I'm not watching other people's stuff, it's usually because I don't have time. It's not because I'm just like, well, they're gonna poison me. Like, no, I'm pretty confident in my foundations. Like, I'm not gonna get led off of any path. Like, I'm pretty confident in that. The only time where I'm just like, yeah, I can't, is I don't have time. I have videos to make of my own. Most content creators don't watch other content creator stuff because they're making videos on their own. But yeah, if people really feel like they're poisoned by other people's stuff, like that's their business. Look at those white trees, man. Those are beautiful. Like, they're so random. Like, why are they white? I don't get it. Not everyone watches someone because they rely on man. Some are doing what they supposed to do. Sorry. What they supposed to do it, study. I mean, listen, I don't see how watching someone else's research is relying on man. Because to say that is to say that, you know, I can have anything that they have, or I can study that and know exactly what they know. And that might be the case. I'm not limiting anyone. But how much work are they putting into it? How much work does Big Judah put into his videos, or Abdullah Seer put into his videos, or Sabal put into his videos, right? With the little bit of free time that I have, I'm barely, able to make these little videos. And I still have a lot of stuff that I said I was going to do, that I was going to go over. So it don't make sense. Like, for example, Sabal, he was working on all 24 of the Watchers. I was planning to do that, right? And I was also planning to get my own precepts and stuff. But I was just like, bro, this is gonna take a very long time. I might as well just use his material, right? Like, what am I looking this stuff up again for? I can cut my time in half by just using his material. We're supposed to, like, what's the point of us doing all these little things to the side if people are just gonna say, well, I don't need to watch their stuff. Like, I'll do everything myself. If everyone is doing everything themselves, how are we going to build anything? Everyone's going to build a whole building by themselves instead of us all coming together and building one building. That's just counterproductive. It's not it's not lucrative. We're trying to make some money and cash into the kingdom. We're not trying to, like, why would we try to build? We only need to build one building, bro. We don't need to build a bunch of different buildings. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. White trees equal purification? Really? I thought that meant they were dead. But that's good to know. That's good to know. True, very true. Kabodiel, beautiful indeed. She is very beautiful. There's one outside my house. I speak to her every time I come outside. Okay, guys, we're gonna start in a bit. These people are racing or something. I don't even know why they're going so fast. Exactly, brother. Yeah. Let's just all work on the same building. We don't have, like, we're not gonna also, like, agree on everything, but if you really want, all right, so for example, let's say, like, the brother Abdullah, and this is just an example, like, I haven't really found anything I disagree with him on his topic of, like, the Zohar and a lot of these other Jewish writings. But for example, if I were to disagree on something, like he said something about it, and I'm like, nah, that's not true, right? I can either I can go through the whole motion and study every single thing that he studied, waste all that time just to get a confirmation or have myself confirmed, right? Or I can pray for him that he's able to find the truth in that regard, or that I can gain some understanding. There's just many ways you can go about things. And usually when you are trusting in the Most High, it will lead to a much better result. I'm saving a lot more time and I'm getting a lot more understanding if I were to simply just pray for understanding or pray for his understanding. You know what I mean? Like, we should be working together on this stuff, man. Togetherness, exactly. And we work out this togetherness through the Most High. We trust in him, right? We're all trusting in each other not to lead us down the wrong path. People, some people, they're not able to do, research like I am. Like, it was crazy to even say that. I didn't think that was the case. I thought, anyone could do what I do on my channel, but, some people really do feel like they wouldn't be able to get it. And I can understand that, because certain things other people will study, I'm just like, yeah, I can't understand that, right? So everyone depends on each other's strengths, right? Doesn't mean we're always going to be right 100%. Even if we're strong in certain areas, doesn't mean we're always going to be right. And if we're wrong, then you can always pray to the Most High that we gain some clarity and we get a better doctrine. And it's that simple, you know? Shalom, Yahshua the Unified. Appreciate your videos, brother. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. As always, man. All praise to the Most High. Yes. Otherwise, all our work is in vain. And that it doesn't, we have to use some logic, man. Like, like, how are we going to do everything by ourselves? Right? How? I don't like, the ish talking that like Kurameo does on the Messiah and stuff like that. I don't really like it, but he is the only one that's really doing the type of research he's doing. So it would be like foolish to say, you know what, nah, like, I'm not gonna listen to him, at all, because he has some good stuff. His stuff is intertwining with some of my research. So, we just gotta keep taking the meat out of the bones, babies out of the bathwater, what have you, and pray for these brothers that they're able to gain some clarity, and just leave it at that. It seems like jealousy to attack and make fun of those who bring out anything new. It is jealousy. You've hit it on the head. It's all jealousy, because if you have not made any sort of attempt at trying to look for the truth and you see someone else doing it, the reason why you're attacking them is because they're doing something that you wish you were brave enough to do. And instead of you going on their long journey, it's easier to drag them down. like think about it. How easier is it to drag someone down than to go up the same amount of flight of stairs? How easy is it to call from the bottom of the stairs and say, you're wrong, get back down here, rather than go up 4 flights? It's easier to do that. Those trees are called birch trees. Oh, those are birch trees. I see. I did not know that. Now I know. So if I want another birch wand, or if I want to pray for something, I can go to that tree. Thank you for telling me that, bro. I did not know that. Common in Connecticut and New York State, Shalom. Thank you for that information, bro. Yeah, man. Okay, so let's start reading. One second, I have to get to the page. I don't think this is going to be like a music video I need to play music in, unless you guys want me to. You can let me know if you want me to, but I'm cooling. Okay, so last time we were speaking on how the earth wants us to work through her, not work through our solar plexus, or work through wanting to control everything. Right? That's why, excuse me, I have the burps. That's what made the Messiah's walk also so great, because everything he did, he conferred with the earth first. If the earth did not want him to do it, he didn't do it. Right? The mother didn't want him to do it, he didn't do it. So that's why he was trusted by the Watchers, because he shared a similar spirit to them, where he only did things if they agreed with it. Peace to all, indeed, peace to all. All praise to the Most High for that information. You're very welcome. So, yeah, we're supposed to be working in tandem with the earth and not burn up everything with the fire of passion. If everyone listened to the spirit of the earth, this world would be a very, very peaceful place. Very peaceful place. That's why the earth is the beginning of the world as well as the end, because she teaches you how to return to the very beginnings. And if after all this time, after you don't, you will be destroyed by her. And that's why we have to be on the other side. You have to be all the way at the other side so that we don't suffer the same fate. So let's read. Therefore, it is now truly important that there are people who dare to again trust in the power of the earth, to see her and to understand her as the positive energy that she essentially is, not as the lower, the instinctive that needs to be curbed and controlled, but as life itself that speaks through nature. Life that is naturally seeking a balance between all that lives on earth and a balance between heaven and earth. So the reason why we need to trust in the earth and what she has, and what her opinion is on how we should live, is because she has all of her children, all of their, all of them in mind when making actions. However, when we make an action, we don't have everyone in mind. We don't. We only have ourselves in mind, maybe our immediate circle, but we're not caring about everyone else. But she cares about all of creations. So she will do things that benefit all of her creations, or all of those that are who are underneath her dominion, I should say. You know, when you see a shooting star, in reality, you see a spirit going through ley lines. Really? I thought ley lines were on the earth, though. That's interesting. People said that they were, fallen angels and stuff. And I forgot where it said that. I think it said that maybe in the book of Enoch. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But let's continue. I, Pachamama, longing for this balance, and you who are present here also feel that same longing. You are, in a sense, the pioneers. On this great wave of charge upon which humanity finds itself, you could be a source of inspiration for others. Those who are searching for more balance in their lives. When many people respond to their natural desire for grounding and connectedness, for meaning in relationships with others, this call of the heart, you will manifest in a new reality on the earth. So everyone is looking for grounding because everyone's pushing their will, their opinion on others, but that's only getting them further off the ground, further away from their mother. It's going to make them more scared, more anxious. Everyone needs grounding, bro. Everything just can't be our way all the time. It has to be in line with the earth. And that's pretty much what the books of remembrance are trying to teach us, man. To live at one with the so-called Kadeshi, what I call the Waka, right? We're supposed to live at one with them again. And once we do, and the earth can identify who the true righteous children are, then she can start to sweep the wicked ones off the land who are oppressing her righteous children. So that's what this is all about. This is all about the religion of the earth. Or energy. Okay. The time for change has come. You see it on the television news and magazines, in the newspapers, that this time is crying out for a change. It is now time to make a choice for light, joy, connectedness, rootedness, and nurturing yourself from the core of your being. It is a time to release the cosmic loneliness that humanity has known for so long a time. The whole rat race of make money, right? Make enough money so that you could afford a big house, just work, right? Provide, work, provide. And you're not taking care of yourself, not really taking care of your relationship with your children or your husband or your wife. This stuff is killing you slowly. It's making you less and less connected with the earth. This is why that virus was pretty much unleashed, right? It's a double-edged sword pretty much because, we already know that this thing had to have been created with all of the, with the predictive programming that they were doing a few years ago, right? Well, that they've been doing for a long time. We know that this was created by the wicked, but it is being used by the Most High and his angels to bring forth righteousness. See, everything is locked down now. People aren't really going to work. And now that the children were home, they got to really appreciate their children a little bit more, right? They were able to understand how valuable time was just a little bit more. At least the righteous knew that. But everyone else, they saw it as a burden. You know, they were trying to rush their children back into school, right? Because they're just like, oh my gosh, like now we have these kids at home and I don't even know how to really raise them because they've just let the school system raise them. But for those who realized how important their children are, how important time was, this was a great blessing for them. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's continue. Humanity has lost its roots.